Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. This is the third video of the Spotify clone series, and so we are building this platform. It's a audio streaming platform. You can see, so we can do everything. So this platform is kind of YouTube or Spotify mix, right? So just you can listen, and yeah, we are building this project. So I already upload 2 videos. So if you don't know, check the description, or you can get that video from this channel. Okay, so we are building this platform, and let's get back to our VS Code. So we are going to start with backend, right? So we've already create a user model. Now I should create audio models. So guys, as you know, if you watched previous video, so my typing speed is very slow. So what I do, I just copy and paste, and then I explain all the line. I explain the entire code line by line, so that I can save the time, and I spend on explain on explanation, right? Because you can get a code from any AI tools, but the main thing is we have to understand the fundamental things, how backend and frontend um, response each other or request each other. So okay, so that's my approach. So I'm gonna paste it. Now you can see this is the audio schema. So inside audio schema we have author, then this is the author. So we reference, like when we refer, and we link it with help of reference users. So already we create users, right? So which means who, who user, like who upload this audio or upload this content. So we are tracking this users with author, and then upload type, because if you don't know, so our platform is all about audio and podcast. That's why we have enum. Okay, so audio podcast, and then title, series ID. So we have also series things. So we can post the content based on our series. That's how we refer in series list. So right now we don't have a series model, but uh, we can create very soon. Okay, and the type is Mongo schema type object ID, right? And then a description, emotion, thumbnail URL, then what URL, then tags, and then comments, right? So we also refer comments, even though we don't have comment schema, but we are also going to create very soon. And then likes, we refer users, so which means we want to track who, like who comment on this content. Okay, so actually the platform is all about user, right? Maybe you have some access, then you can become a creator, or if I don't have authority, so I can only watch video, maybe a like or that stuff. That's why user is there. And then speaker, like who speak on this video, or maybe who create. So yeah, then topic, then category, then view count, then viewed by, which means who watched this video. So we want to track that things. And then timestamp, and then privacy, and then each paid, duration. So right now we are not going to implement this each paid. So but right now, yeah, I take it as it is. But okay, so this is the audio model. So now I'm gonna show you the exact UI, what it looks like, because it takes time to create. But before I want to show you the UI. So this is the audio. Okay, so I'm talking about. So this is thumbnail URL, right? This is the title, and this is the any speaker, and this is the like, this is the save, this is the comment, and all the stuff. Okay, so that's how we are getting all the information with help of user schema. Now I'm gonna create series list models. So I think let me rename it. Let me capitalize L. Now here you go. So this is a series schema. Well, so we have title, we have description, we have cover URL, we have created by, which means who create this series. So we want to track also, and then episodes, like yeah, the episode we refer in audio, and audio means yeah, this yeah, audio is I think yeah. So inside audio we have audio and podcast, then privacy, and then time then time stamp, right? And then yeah, so this way we are calling, and series, mongoose model, series list, and series schema. So this is the series model, and after creating series model, I'm going to create comment model, comment schema. So this is the comment model, comment schema. So we have content, it's a string, and then we have author who comment on this audio, so we want to track, and then also audio, right? So here means one which audio user comment on, right? So this is the things we are tracking. We are tracking with help of a mongoose reference, and then time span. So already already we have set up our all the schema. So if you watch previous video, so where you work with user models, okay, but in this video we are creating, like we have created series model, comment model, and audio model. Now it's time to create controller. Yeah, so I think guys, if you watch my previous videos, we already create all the setup. So right now we don't need to do any setup because we already create helper, middlewares on config, all the things we already done. But now we are focusing on just all the features. So yeah, now let's create another controller. So we already work with users, and now it's time to create uh, audio. So inside audio, let's say uh, audio controller. As you know guys, I'm just paste the things because I don't I don't I want to save my time, so that's why. And even though guys, I don't know why I'm a very slow typer. So we already import something. uh, don't worry, I explain to you. So I think we have audio series, and then audio schema, and then series list, and upload cloudinary. Okay, I think we have to So we have to make sure the path is right. Audio model, okay, alright. And then users, right now we don't have users, but series model, okay. Let me tell you, model, user model, okay. Comment model is upload cloudinary, delete cloudinary. Okay, so as you know, on our code, we need to create delete cloudinary. Okay, but right now we are not focusing on, because right now we don't need, because we have this this four controller. So let me explain you first controller. It's a upload audio. Okay, so as you guys know, this is the function. It's a asynchronous function. So we passed request and parameter. Okay, two parameter. Okay, request and response. So I think guys you know. So I don't need to explain to you these basic things. And we are using try block. Okay, so we are extracting information from a requested body, and we are extracting title, category, topic, description, tags, speaker, emotion, privacy, series ID, series, upload type, and each paid. So yeah, and then if you also console log, uh, it will help me to debug. And then also we are extracting the user ID. So if you don't know how this user ID is coming, so let me tell you again. As I told you guys, I'm using this is login middleware. So I assign here, okay, so this, and also, and when I log in something where I distract, where I let me show you. So I want to tell you like, how actually this code works. This way, user.id, then I assign user ID. So here you are accessing in this way, because user.user ID. So I can put a optional chaining. So it makes your code or your project is not gonna crash. And this is the author ID. And I will also extract thumbnail image, audio file, cover image from requested files. Right, and also I provide, if these things, if these are not available, then I can make it empty object. So yeah, then I put a valid request fields, so it makes sure we have thumbnail and audio file. Right, so this is a check. If thumbnail image or file image not available, then run this code. Then the message is 400, and then we provide the status code is 400, and we provide false, and message thumbnail and audio files are required. We are checking. I should zoom. We are checking this, thumbnail image and audio file. Okay, and then also we are checking, upload type, because right now we have just two types. So but right now it doesn't make sense, but we also ensure. Okay, so we are validating upload type. Okay, so if upload type is not audio or podcast, then includes upload type. Okay, so make sure we have upload type and podcast. If this two type is not there, then maybe invalid upload type must be audio or podcast. So yeah, and then we are upload, like on this on this block we are uploading two things simultaneously. One is thumbnail upload and audio upload. So thumbnail image and audio file simultaneously. How? Because yeah, so that's so this is the code we are using here, promise. So this is the the structure. We are destructuring these two things, I think, as you know, and then we are using wait, which means it takes time. So that's why we are put await. And I think, as you know, how promises work in MongoDB. So this is the promise. So promise.wall, and then we pass upload ordinary. So this is the utility function or helper function. So I'll show you where is the helper now. So we already create this code. Okay, so that's why, because we are going to use multiple times. So that's why. And yeah, then upload. Then we are extracting 0, and then path is folder audio thumbnail. Then also we also simultaneously currently we are uploading audio file. So we are using Cloudinary. So Cloudinary image and video, it's called video. Okay, if you put audio, then it's called also video. Okay, right. So if I say image, sorry for that. So yeah, audio and video same in Cloudinary. That's why you put resource type is video. And yeah, this way, yeah, you can make it separately. But yeah, I think it makes sense, because at first you want to upload both simultaneously. So that's why. If it's not, then you can show the message, hey, it's not going to work. And then we also structure the metadata, which means what you put, what you upload. So we want to extract from Cloudinary. So this way we can extract. So yeah, and then we extract thumbnail. So we are extracting the URL, then public ID, and then resource type. These three things is very important. And based on your requirements, you can extract other metadata. But in this case, I need these three things. That's why this is the thumbnail information, and this is the audio information. So here I need duration, as I told you. So you can see the duration, because you guys see on YouTube or Netflix, any platform, the duration. So here I can extract the duration. That's why I put this duration. So this is the audio upload, So you guys are thinking how I get audio here. This is the audio. This is the audio. That's what I put here. Alright, so this is the audio and thumbnail metadata. Alright, so it's an object, right? I think as you guys know. And then we are initialize series. Okay, so we are initializing create series. So at first it's a null. That means there is nothing. And then if new series is there, that means user creating a new series. Okay. Before explaining to you, I'm gonna show you something. Then you're gonna understand what I'm saying. This is the upload content. So guys, you can see the first already it's selected, like the rags to riches journey. So let's say if you want to create new series, so you have to select this, create new series. That means then you have to provide enter series title and series description, right? But let's say if you want to work with the existing series, so you don't need to provide the series ID. So sorry, the series information, because you are uploading the same things on so you are uploading the audio with the same series. So I'm not gonna so I'm gonna I'm tracking that existing series ID. Okay, so now if I explain to you, it's gonna make sense. So yeah, So as I told you, at first we are initialized as a null series. That means, let's say we are going to create a new series where I want to make sure there is no series ID, and you are creating new series. So if there is no series ID, or if there is a series, and inside also I have nested condition. If there is no cover image, because you are creating new series, so you have to provide cover image, title, all the things. That's why if the series ID is not exist, and if series ID exists, and also you should provide a cover image. If not, then you can see 404 message or in a response. So cover image required for new series. I think it makes sense. And then after that, I'm assign the upload cover the cover image URL in cover response, right? So yeah, so here I upload the things and then I assign, and then I also make sure whatever user send from from frontend to backend. So I want to make sure they provide a JSON. So I want to parse it. I want to parse it in JSON, right? So if series ID is there, okay. If not, then I parse it. If it's true, then I parse it. If not, then I make it null, right? So yeah, it's very useful. Otherwise, maybe your code will be crash. So I want to make sure from a front end I'm getting JSON. Then I create a document like in an object instance. Yeah, so this is the create series. So I create an instant document. So yeah, this is a series list, and this series list come from MongoDB. This series list, right? And then this is the title. So I'm just extracting the title, and then parse series dot title. This parse series title, and then parse series dot description, the SQL URL, and author ID, and then SQL URL comes from this cover race, and then created by who, author ID. So these four things I'm just creating, and yeah, then I just save. I save this document. This is a document. Okay, so equal object. Okay, so this is the object instant, and we are creating this document, and then we should save in MongoDB. So yeah, create series dot save. This is the method, and yeah. So after that, then we are determined which series we are working with, because we have two things, which means already we have existing series, and then we have the created series. Okay, so we have to track it, because now we are going to create a audio instant, right? Because the main thing is audio and then series. So first we create series instant, and then we save it, and then after that we are working audio series. Sorry, audio instant. So we are creating this document. It's an instant new audio, and then yeah, audio, and then author. We're tracking author ID. So guys, you can see we already extract all the things, and now we are just assign and creating a document, and then description, category, topic, and then thumbnail URL. So thumbnail.url, and then audio URL, audio.url, and then tags, speaker, emotion, series ID, final series ID. This final series ID, guys, you can see I just determine which series I'm working with. This series ID and create this series ID. This series ID means I already work with the existing series ID, and this series ID means the created series ID, right? And yeah, so if user provide new document or uh, a new search information, then I work with this. So that's why I create I put the uh, war operator. If I have this, it's okay. If not, then I work with. Also, I make sure yeah, now. So it makes sense, right? And then privacy, then upload type, and then it's paid. So guys, like you can see these things because my project, I have subscription each pay, so that's why you can see here. Okay, each pay true or not, and then duration, upload dot duration, and then after creating the instance, we have to save it. So that's why we save it, and then guys, make sure, I think the new users forget to post the things, because under the hood you have to do all the things manually, because there is no automation here, right? So you have to make sure the series ID push into audio ID, because I'm saying it, so you can see we are tracking here uh, we are tracking here series ID. Okay, so this is a series ID. So how this audio document understand series ID? That's why you have to push. You have to push the series ID into the audio document. That's why this code this block is all about. So if 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 series IDs exist, then run this code. So let's say we have series ID, and series ID means whatever it is. So here let's maybe existing series ID, or maybe new created series ID. I don't know. So that's why we create this line of code, right? So let's say if the series it exists, then we are run this block of code. So we are using await because it takes time. So we are using find by ID and update. So because we want to update instantly, that's why this MongoDB. Yeah. So final series ID, and this is a Mongoose and MongoDB the operator. So we are so right now we are pushing this ID into episode. Okay, so there is a new audio.id. So if you look at the series model, we also have the episode. We are tracking this audio because if you, let's say, if you have series, I think if you watch Netflix or YouTube or any platform, so you can track. So let's say you want to finish the entire series, so you can understand the audio. That's why here, like you know what I'm saying. So here I just tracking. I'm just pushing this this ID into new audio ID. So I assign new audio ID into episodes. So we are tracking here this episode, right? So yeah, nothing else. Yeah, push audio ID to series of document, and then we are sending the response. So we are sending back response to frontend, and this is the status code 201, and then success true, message audio upload successfully, and then audio new audio, and then series create series. And as I told you, you can see we are using try block. So if this try is working, so it's good. Inside try, if there is a wrong, so we can show this catch block. So we are console like upload error, and then we are responding 500. That means internal server internal problem. This is all about upload. Uh, this is all about upload controller. And now I'm going to explain to you get series list. So why this controller is all about? Let me show you the code UI, and you can understand why. So guys, when you upload any audio, so you can see already something I can select it. So let's say the first one, the last one, automatically you can see selected. How? So that's why I'm just fetching all the existing series ID. So hold on, man. So yeah, get series list, this controller is all about. So we don't need a request, but yeah, it's okay. So we want to just response, because yeah, and then you can see we are using the find method. So yeah, so this is a series. So we are select, we don't want to title, description, cover URL created by, because right now we only need the series ID, right? And we select, so we don't want to show these things. And then if series ID or series length is 0, then so no series found. This is the validation. So here if there is no series list or series length maybe 0, then I show this message, right? And then start score success true, message series list fetch successfully, and then series list, and then catch block, error fetching series list error. Then yeah, this code. So this is the get series list controller. So yeah, it's a basic, because I want to track the series ID on front end, so that's why. And then you can see get audio by ID, which means one audio by ID. Let me show you the code. So one things. So let's say if I click on it, so I can see this audio. That means I'm tracking by audio. So if you see this a URL, so audio, and this is the ID, this is the MongoDB ID. So every document, or yeah, every document have the unique ID. So yeah, so this controller is all about. So I'm just tracking, I'm just fetching audio with their ID. So that's called get audio by ID. And yeah, so I'm just tracking this audio from params. So if you don't know the params, param means URL. So I'm tracking this audio ID URL, because if I click any video or like any audio, so I'm tracking it. So now you might be asking where I get this params and how I'm getting it. Let me okay, don't worry, I'll tell you when I will create um, routes, right? So then exactly I will show you how I'm getting these things. But now, for now, just take it as it is. And then I'm just looking for audio, and then I populate author and comments, right? So when so here you can see, here you can see in like every audio I want to show the comment, the likes, the title, right? So if you click on it, if there is I think, yeah, so I think you have to log in, then you can see. But yeah, you can see who comment on this audio. So here you can see all the people who comment on this user ID, sorry, audio. So that's why. So I'm just populate first time I'm populate author name, profile image, then and then I also so there is a nested populate. Also inside that comment, I also show the author name, profile image, which means author name and author profile. So this is the nested profile. Also I'm using option to sort the comment. So here you can see the it's a fast comment, you can see. And then if audio is not exist, then you can see the message audio not found, right? And then the status code, audio successfully fetched. So this is the audio, this is the audio document, right? This audio you can see this audio, right? And this audio ID is this audio ID. Actually, when I like when I working with projects, so I can get it like how all the things work. So that's why I'm just saying the basic things. But yeah, if you know, so yeah, it's good, man. It's good. And yeah, this is the audio, and like we are sending a response to the front end at 200, and then we are this is the catch block. So if anything's bad with this try block, so we can log this error and we can send this internal log, right? So this is the get audio by ID. I think guys it makes sense, right? I think it's there is no explanation. It's very simple, but the main question is how you can how you can align this backend with front end. That's my channel is all about. I'm just showing you the raw and things, the basic things, right? And yeah, so guys, this is the get audios. So through through this controller, we are only fetching one audio, but here you can fetch all the audios, all the available audios on database. You can see here. You can see here. So yeah, like you can see all the document, right? So this is the audios, and this is what we find. We are finding all the document, and we are populate some data. You can fetch based on your requirement. So just I fetch common things, author, user, email, comments, viewed, user ID, users, and maybe uh, yeah. So yeah, and then we are sending a response, count what is the length and data audios. Yeah, yeah. So I think we're working this for controller, and yeah, and let's see and more controller. So now we have another two controller, and I think you should understand it. So these two controller, toggle like audio and toggle bookmark audio. So you can see here. So right now, I think I should log in. Then things that I want to show is yeah, like please log in. So that's why like you can like save, right? You can like save, yeah. So that is the things I want to achieve. Yeah, we will fix all the things when you run the code, but now we are just working with the controller, right? So it's very tricky part, and so we are extracting the audio ID from request params, which means from the URL, and then we also authenticate the user. We also extracting from request.user.user ID. So we want to make sure the authenticate user can the authenticate user is able to log in or maybe subscribe or maybe or like or maybe comment on it, right? So that's why we want to make sure if you're not login user, you can't do it. So before before doing subscribe or maybe like, so you should be a login user. That's what I'm checking here. Right, so here is I put the console log to for debugging purpose, and then I valid. If there is no authenticated users, we must be logging into like or online. That's why guys you are seeing seeing the message. And then I valid the mongoose, like valid object audio ID. So yeah, nothing else. And then I check if audio exists or not. So I find the audio ID. If audio is not exist, then I provide audio not found. This is a existing check. Then I also check if user exists or not. So yeah, I'm checking like authenticated user ID. If if not, then user not found. This is a very simple code you can see. So I found here, and then I assigned, and then also I checking, is there any things? If ID is here on this users, that means true. If not true, so that means the authenticate user does not exist. So you can message you cannot found. And then I'm checking user already like or not. If they like, so that's why I'm using, like, that's this block is all about. So I'm checking, so user has already liked, so existing audio likes. So I'm checking the existing audio. Let me show you, man, the models. Likes audio model. This is the likes. So I'm checking it here. If existing audio dot likes, if some method is checking the ID, the user ID. So I'm just providing the params, parameter ID. If ID dot authenticate ID same, so I make sure to string. I make it to string, so it's very comparable, right? So I'm just checking here, if this thing exists, then provide true or false, right? So that is some is all about. So authenticate user ID, right? So if the likes inside the likes array, inside the like array, if there is a user ID, which means this user ID is similar to that authenticate user ID. So if authenticate user ID and that database user ID is same, which means on that document or on that audio already somebody already that user liked. If it's not matching, that means that user don't like that audio. So yeah, and here I'm just updating based on the information, right? So yeah, so update likes action. If user has already, so I'm assign it. If it's true, then it will be true. If it's false, it will be false. So based on it, I'm just I'm just here, like, creating a ternary operator. Okay, so if it's true, then run this block, or if it's false, run this block, which means it is true, so I should unlike that thing. So I'm using pull operator. Pull means I can remove, or I can remove that authenticate user ID from that likes field. If not, then I add that authenticate user ID into that likes field. So this block is all about. After that I also check update. I have to make sure update the document. So after doing this, I check find ID by, like, yeah, I'm updating that audio. So this is the audio ID. So I'm getting audio ID here. So I'm just pushing audio ID, and then update user action, and then news true. So I also send author an email and profile who like that content, and then I also update user like audios array. Right. So if user has already, then remove from that user document, from that user document here. I have to, yeah, so I have to update these things. Here is the code. If user has already liked, if it's true, then run this code, or if it's false, then run this code, this section of code, this section of code, right? And yeah, so first let's say it's true, then remove that code, remove that ID from that likes field. So authenticate user ID, and then I pull like audios from this audio ID. and so you are updating, so you have to new true, and then if not, then like like audio with audio ID and like it. Yeah. So if it's false, that means I'm creating new like. So yeah, that's why I provide this object. So add to set, then like audio and like at. Right. It's very simple. Like this is the operator. Okay, this is the MongoDB operator. Nothing else. Like audio. And here you can see this. This audio. This field is inside the users. So I'm updating on audio documents, and also I have to update user documents. That's why, because I'm referencing here. Yeah. Right. I think guys it makes sense. And then after that, I have to fetch the 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 audio document, all the information on audio. So you can see path is like dot audio ID. So here find authenticate user ID and then populate likes audio, then title, thumbnail, author, then next then populate author, name, profile image, and then response this one. So it makes sense when you debug on front end. So true message, user has already liked. If it's true, then show this. If not, then show this, and then like. And if not user, then like, and then audio ID, and then user ID, and then total likes, then user. Yeah. So here I'm just updating user and audio ID, entire audio, and then user ID. So these things it's help on front end. Yeah. And then catch block. So yeah, the code is very simple, man. The code is very simple. So this is the toggle like audio, similar to toggle bookmark audio. Same thing, because you guys like any audios or any video, so that is the code, and you also save any content. So okay, so that is the thing. So similarly, I have to extract the authenticate user ID, because I want to make sure who are saving, or like who saved that document. I have to make sure it should have a login. It should be a login user. And also, I'm extracting the audio, which audio you want to save. And then also I'm checking, if you're not, then please log in and save I want answer audio. And then I'm checking that audio exists or not. If not, then provide this message. Audio not found, it may be deleted. And then also I'm checking authenticate user ID. If you are not found, please re-log in and try again. So first I'm checking he's authenticate or not, and then I'm checking the audio, if audio exists or not, and then also I'm checking that user exists or not. And then here I'm checking the already bookmark. If user already booked that audio, so maybe I will show that user the new UI, or maybe the new thing. So how you can track? So to do that, in order to do that, you have to track the things. So you have to track with UI ID or user ID. So here I'm just implementing. So if save audios have the save audio, okay, this audio ID and inside the save audio ID is same. That means the user already saved it. So this is the save audio. So you can see, wait, this save audio inside user I'm checking, because here I'm referencing audio. That's why, right? So if inside that user dot save audio field, if this audio ID and this audio ID and this audio and this audio ID is same, which means user save that audio, right? So that's the code. Now after it assign true or false, then so like these things you can see true or false. If it's true, then remove that bookmark. That means I want to let's say you click on it, it means you save. If you re-click on it, that means you unsave that thing. So that's why. So if you want to unsave, so you can unsave. So if you let's say you already removed, you can click on it, so it removed that user ID from that save field. So that is the code. So which is I'm just assign user dot save dot audios, and yeah, I'm just filter. Okay, I'm not use some. I'm using filter. Filter can check, provide that ID. So if ID is equal to that ID, that means that IDs exist. So remove that. So filter means, let's say there are four ID. So there are four ID. So if you don't know how filter works, but let me explain to you a very simple way. So filter means if these two IDs match, that means except this ID, keep other three ID. That means it removes from that array. So if it's matched, that means it removes from that array. That is filter is all about. And then if it's false, that means this block will be run. Yeah, this block will be So yeah, so it is simple. Just put that ID into that save audio IDs. And after that you have to save that user document. So I did. And then I just provide the document, the information. So user to find ID. So I'm going to find the user ID. So that's why save dot audio IDs, and then I respond like this way. If it's true, send this. If it's not, send this. Then I also provide this way bookmark, not already bookmark. Then user update user with bookmark, and then what returning the correct ID. So yeah, and then this is the catch block. So guys, now I think I explained to you the toggle audio, the toggle bookmark audio, and yeah, and this video I think I should end up. And yeah, because now I think it's already 1 hour or maybe more than 1 hour, but now this video I think but next video we also continue the next thing, because this project is all about the real project, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching.